The whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, my football family. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whichever respect the man I'm forward from. Manners and respect. Appreciate the ones who checked in last night with the weird hour stream. Obviously, yep. The people let me know. Say yesterday was a tricky day. Couldn't get for stream. The warm-up show with the waffle down, but we had to get something in, and we got it in. You know what I said? Manners and respect. Everyone locked in. Big up to the man like Darren Martin in the building. Manners and respect for General. Jeldan was here last night and here right now. Big up to Never a Pen. The Assembled. What you saying? What you telling me? I'm here reading out the damn shit and not putting it on the stream. That's how out of it am, yeah. So the two in the mix. Good morning. Good morning. And my son decides he wants to experiment with the mixer now. So I'm gonna let him. I gave him a couple of tasks. I said, guys, I'm gonna say. Got some guys are mixing in here, you know. You listen, when I follow the Clash, not follow the Massacre, the Tommy Lee, and listen, I don't know what the hell going on. You know, a Clash season and dance, but I have lost track. I'm out of touch. Yeah, because the music is just like it's different now. So I'm a bit out of touch with it. So y'all gonna have to keep me updated with that. You know what I mean? That's that. Manners and respect. Large and in charge. Big up the chat. Did I miss anyone? Bluebird. Boom. Big up Bluebird. Now, people, as I click on my score tickers, I see 30 minutes gone by and I see Chelsea, the champion of the world, 1-0 on Everton. Cole Palmer. Liverpool had a quick start on Brighton, but that's still 1-0. So the big clubs or the favorites are doing their bits. And that's just how close it is. You know, that cluster of fixtures that everyone is overreacting to. Liverpool with this win takes them all the way up to 6th, should the result hold. Right? The cluster between 3rd really, and 9th, 10th, tight like an airplane bathroom. But lots of time left to go in this game, so as tight as it is, they can ascend. A draw or a loss, they could fall right back to where they came from. Yes, sir. That's it. You can't say Gaza and Arteta at the same time. So one's the winner, one's not. One's the GOAT and one's Life rough, be assembled. Big up to men like Wahaha, of a resident United ambassador. Hope you're good, brother. Big up to you. I didn't even know the man's them having a clash. I'm up the loop. Yeah. So yeah, I'm in one group chat. You know, you're in a group chat with like friends who are into music, and you've lost the plot. You go in there and you see YouTube videos, you see this of the songs posted, but there are 300 messages and 45 voice notes. And if you read the 300 messages and listen to the 500 voice notes, you will get caught up. But you're like, brother, nah, it ain't that serious. I don't have the time or the energy to go dig up some dancehall beef right now. Back in the day when there was some beef, we knew it. You knew who the hell. Oh, Cucurella almost scored there. You have the Chelsea game on in the background. I'm not bothered to go look up the Liverpool game. It's just USA Network is showing the Chelsea game. Now, people, nice and decent people. We've all heard all through this week, all through last week, really, the noise around Arsenal Football Club and our strike force, or the lack thereof. Why is Glock not firing? You know, over the entire summer, I queued up soundboards and I'm ready to, play this over and over again whenever I come in here and yuck bags. And I know McCann said, I should be banging that every other game. The mask should be up. Yuck should be on to something right now, but he's not. So the phrase that I usually bore you to death with when I always say, what's the why? What's the why? It's not why Gyökeres isn't scoring at Arsenal, but we're gonna move it a little larger than that. We're gonna take it beyond Gyökeres, yeah? We're gonna take it beyond Gyökeres. We're gonna take it beyond this season. And we're gonna ask ourselves, why is it that every striker comes to Arsenal and struggle under this regime? Yeah, there was a time then this stigma was attached to Chelsea, if we remember. Remember, Chelsea used to be a graveyard for strikers after Costa. Like, Diego Costa was the last good one that they had. Like, Morata went there, died. Lukaku went there, died. Who else went there and died? All of them. You name a striker, it was a graveyard for strikers over there at Chelsea. But it seems like Mikel Arteta was jealous of that. And he wanted to be the graveyard of strikers. Okay, that's essentially what we are now. None of our strikers. I even put Aubameyang in the thumbnail on purpose. Yeah, I put Aubameyang in the thumbnail on purpose because when Arteta inherited Aubameyang, he was coming off the back. He was coming off the back of a Golden Boot winning season. He inherited a striker who was good enough to be the difference, and us beating Man City in a semi-final and Chelsea in the final that was a FA Cup. Won him his only trophy at the club. But then Jesus came, flopped. Everett came, flopped. Gyökeres came, and he's flopping. So what's the why? Surely we can't be the only ones asking these questions. So why is it that every striker that comes and plays for Arsenal does not go to the next level? And it's not only the strikers, it's different profile of strikers, right? Because even his type of strikers, that the guys that do the link-ups, that this idea that the link-up strikers can't bag 20 goals is not true. The only reason why Bobby Firmino wasn't banging in 20 goals or 18 to 20 goals is because the guys on the wing were. But our guys on the wing aren't banging in goals either. Now we can broaden the conversation and say, why is it that every attacker that comes to Arsenal gets stagnant and gets slow and looks like they have just plateaued? Because the reason why none of us, or most of us, don't even call Saka world class is because we were expecting him to be at a different level right now. Right? We were expecting Saka to be scoring 20 goals or getting 25 GA. 18 goals, 7 assists. Those types of numbers. When you see a broad piece of we have a big enough sample size of the strikers struggling at the club to make a decision and ask, Why? Why are they struggling? Is it a coincidence? Do we believe in those? Do we believe in coincidences? If you go to the coffee shop across town every Tuesday morning at 10 and you run into someone, cool. And then you go to a different coffee shop across town on Saturday after you see the same someone. The second time, it's a coincidence. You go to a different coffee shop across town on a Sunday night and you run into the same person. Nah, it's stalking. There ain't no coincidence at that point. I think there's enough of a pattern of strikers dying at Arsenal under Arteta that we have to ask the question, what's the why? Is it a case of he is so hell-bent on creating a good defense, a strong defense, a robust defense that it cripples his attack? Because we can give him credit for that. I said on yesterday's show that I want him to succeed so bad so I can actually give him some credit. I want to be here and be like, shit, man, I was wrong about Arteta in this sense. But obviously I haven't been able to do that so far. Maybe that's it for him. Maybe he's just really good at creating a defense, but he's also really good at making strikers look bad. So he has to defend himself against this, not with words. He doesn't have to come out and do a press conference and explain to us why the strikers have been shit or his strike force has been shit. But he has to let his play dictate that he can actually coach an attack. That's where I am with it. What you man saying? Big up to Static. Man, like Static in the building. I'm living in this time behind enemy lines. We got Holland, but we got a Black Jam. Now, we know we weren't getting that. We know we weren't getting the Erling Haaland. He's one of a kind, isn't he? Last night we had the conversation about the table that he sits at. He sits at the head table for strikers right now. But only Mbappe and Harry Kane sits at the table with him. I don't think he's all the way over in a corner by himself. I think they do sit there. But that's embarrassing. That's an indictment on world football in and of itself, Because in the early 2000s, the 90s, and the 80s, you had world-class strikers all over the place in every league. Now, beyond those three, Haaland, Mbappe, Harry Kane, I'm struggling to name another world-class striker. If I'm missing one, let me know, chat. 10 likes. We can work with that. Early hours in the stream. Wasn't scheduled to be on now anyway, but people are all over the place, but appreciate everyone who is here. Darren says, I have been saying this for years now. Arteta has no attacking acumen. He cannot deploy attackers. That's why he's avoided signing strikers for years. He is shit at attacking football. Well, he's proving you right. He's definitely proving you right. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to limit it to just the strikers. Aubameyang. Right? Jesus. Jesus told us that he wasn't a striker, so we're going to give him a pass a bit. But then to get around the strikers that I'm signing isn't shit. He told us that he's signing Havertz as a midfielder. And some people bought that. I didn't buy that bullshit. I didn't believe that one bit. Because I've seen Havertz try to be deployed as a midfielder at Chelsea. Didn't work. And Chelsea had a better midfield than us at the time. They had Kovacic and then N'Golo Kante in that midfield. And he couldn't with the ball carrying ability and the press resistantism. Oh, he should have scored there. And the press resistantism of a Kovacic and the breakup play and all that N'Golo Kante provides, and he couldn't thrive in that midfield. He damn sure wasn't going to thrive in us with Xhaka. Or not with Xhaka, with fucking Declan Rice and Partey. He wasn't. So we knew he was a striker. We knew he was going to play up front. Hasn't been good up there. Ooh, damn. Sanchez and Chelsea in the game. We would really... Would we really Jesus flop? Call Jesus a flop? I would agree, but his major thing is injuries. Yeah, I would. Well, let me say, I think we outgrew him so quickly that he fell in the flop category, right? Because we signed him in 22, 23, and because his numbers were so low and his performances were not great, it made the club go sign Havertz and made him the highest paid player at the club, right? That literally could have been a negotiating tactic for Havertz's agent. But like, you're signing me because Jesus has been so shit. You have him on 240K. I'm better. I'm a Champions League winner. I need 290. And man, before he ever kicked the ball first, highest paid at the club. What negotiation leverage did they have to pull that off? The argument was, hey, I'm better than the guy that you have now. You know? Darren, the man can't micromanage at the same time. So it's defending first, keep a clean sheet means we can't lose. You know, imagine we kept 38 clean sheets and got relegated. 38 points. Bro, you should know Jesus is a flop. He only looked good against shit teams. We have outgrown him years ago. Damn, essentially what I said before I even read this comment. Yes, I said Lewandowski last night, but then I was thinking at it. I was like, you know, he is kind of past it. He's 37. But even that, it's a further indictment on the world of strikers and the quality level of strikers right now, that a 37/38-year-old Lewandowski is better than most of the guys in their prime. As a striker, 25, 27, you're in your prime. So the Victor Ostimens of the world, the Vlahoviches, you know, the Isaks. Lewandowski's better than all of them. And he's been playing, he's got 12, 13 years on him. That's mad. The striker market is just dead right now. Kane and Mbappe playing Ludi, but Haaland is sitting by himself reading Pythagorean theorem. I think Harry Kane is a better footballer than Haaland. No cap. Even Mbappe, I think they're better footballers than him. But as far as striking and scoring goals, I do believe that Haaland is more clinical. But can you imagine Erling Haaland? Can you imagine Harry Kane in that Man City team? I think he would bang goals. The way Harry Kane is making that German league look like it's not a league. Right. He can play in that league until he's 40. I don't think he will stay there. I actually think he replaces Lewandowski at Barcelona very, very soon. Right? If he wins, when they win the Bundesliga this year, and should they win the Champions League, right? He would have won there back-to-back Bundesligas and a Champions League. Because he wasted so many of his years at Tottenham, I think he will be looking for a new challenge to boost up his legacy a bit. I could see him going to Barca. He can win a La Liga and a Champs there as well. Because La Liga titles hold just a little more weight than a Bundesliga trophy. Because Bayern Munich essentially are competing with themselves right now. Competing against no one. I think it's possible that Blunderman won't be losing his job because he's carrying out the Kroenke's mandate of we're not here to win trophies. Trophies, you know what? I wish I heard those comments or read them in the context of what the Kroenke was speaking. I haven't, so I didn't want to speak out of turn. But I don't think trophies were the priority for these men. But damn, how many chances Everton gonna miss in this game? Come on, Captain Jack, you're in my FPL. But be thereabouts, compete and challenge. And should you win while you're competing and challenging, great. But winning isn't the focal point. Winning isn't the priority. I think that's kind of what they were on, which is not good enough. Because if they were on the winning thing, obviously Arteta would have been gone after the third year. Definitely going after the fourth, but going into his sixth, it's mad. Hey mods, live chat. Hit the like button. What's the like count? What are we talking about? Where we at? My YouTube studio's been glitchering, so I couldn't really see. So appreciate y'all helping me out with that. I think it's showing 20 watching right now with 11 likes. 20 is the magic number that we tried to get to. So we see. BBK, he's passed the sell by at 8, but credit to him, he's still scoring goals at 27. Firing, tearing up that league. And that's because he is good technically. He has great fundamentals, right? What are the reasons why there's a guy that played for the San Antonio Spurs called Tim Duncan, right? We call him the big fundamental in basketball. That boy never relied on any type of 2-0 Chelsea. Shit. That boy never relied on his athleticism trying to jump over people. But his fundamentals, his footwork was so good that he had a 20-year career in NBA basketball. Unheard of for big men at the highest level. The guys who relied on their athleticism, like the Dwight Howards of the world and the Blake Griffins, as soon as their athleticism went and they could no longer jump over people, they were out the league. Tim Duncan was winning trophies, winning NBA titles well into his 30s because his fundamentals were so good. That's the same thing I take from Lewandowski. His footwork, his tech, so good that he doesn't rely on pace or outrunning people. Like whenever Mbappe's pace goes, he'll be in the MLS. Because the step overs and just kick the ball into space and those run left people won't be a thing when his pace goes. And he's gonna have to rely on that he should be perfecting right now. If you analyze what's going on, it's clear that for Arteta is on sack watch. Berta is reworking the team, and Josh is reconstructing the club. The only person left to improve is Arteta, or the only person left to remove is Arteta. That said, the number 9 market is dead, early, slowly dying. Yeah, and it is. It's like it's a systemic thing. Are the academies just churning out the same type of players? You know, link up players and finesse guys. None of these guys are, out and out. Give me the ball, back to goal, move the ball away from the defenders, run off the back of the shoulder of the center backs, chop back, top corner, half chances, goal poachers, that type of stuff. Just don't hit. He's still here because he's on ridiculous wages and is always injured. No knees. Nobody's going to buy that POS. Yeah, that contract, man. That contract is like a chick who just, she's beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous. She just graduated from 6 years of school, right? She has a master's degree in something useless. And that master's degree, graduate level program, gives her $150K in student loan debt. And the degree is some humanities degree, something that's useless. It's not STEM. Right? It's not science, technology, engineering, or math. It's some useless humanitarian degree. And she wants to get married to you, and she wants to have your children and doesn't want to work as soon as she get married to you. So as soon as y'all get married, that debt becomes yours. You love her, but she's economically unattractive. That's what that goddamn Gabriel Jesus contract is now. Alvarez is out there. Osterman is out there. Tony is a shout. Yeah. And them man sit at that other table other than Holland and Louis and Mbappe and Harry Kane. Big up to Kwaja. Hope you're good, my guy. Yeah, keep smashing the likes, people. Chelsea 2-0. Yep. Yeah, man. No, Salah came on. There was an injury. Was there an injury in the Liverpool game? Let me see what's happening. No, Salah came on. Gomez came off and Salah came on. Awesome. Attacking intent there. Yeah. I agree. It's Bayern's league. Leverkusen was an anomaly, and Real Madrid got suckered into the Alonso hype. Yeah, I mean, I think Bayern won it. What 11 years on the trot before they lost it. 11 years on the trot before they lost it to Leverkusen. And I think Juventus had did the same thing to Serie A before Inter and Napoli broke up the plot. Yeah, Alonso, right? They lose this weekend. He's out there. He's out of there. The problem is, I don't know if Zidane is going to go back there, or he's going to take the French job afterwards. The assemble, Darren. Let's hope so. The only problem is the fan base has love beyond love for Blunderman. If the majority are in agreement with this nonsense, it's the mystery what they're seeing. So what really annoyed me last year, right? What annoyed me last year was Super Sunday at Emirates against Newcastle. We win the game 1-0 or whatever the score was. I think it was 1-0. And when they were addressing the crowd, everyone stood up when it was time for him to speak. Now, I wasn't calling for them to boo or sack him, even though I was saying that. But I'm not here to tell 60,000 people what to do in it. But when they started to sing his song and chant his name, that shit annoyed me. Because if you're a Josh and you're Stan, you're watching that. And you're watching the Math Going Faithful after a 4th season of failure. You're watching the Math Going Faithful sing and chant his name. They're gauging the pulse and they're saying, oh, they love him. Let's just keep this going. The stadium is packed. The atmosphere is great. You know, sit down, stand up, whichever you choose to do. Listen what he got to say. And then that's it. But the singing of his Super Mix song the day our season ended in tears again, that was telling to me. And it's going to have to take us to be in a real bad position for those people who are singing his chances to turn on him. Eketike on the mark. Looking at my FPL. Tony who? Is that Ivan Tony? Yes, that's a fair point. But Alvarez and Osimhen, as I said, my comment is dying or slowly dying. I think the Saudi league are they're reworking their pace structure, because someone from the Saudi league made a statement last week that the guys that are coming over here just for a big payday, those days are coming to an end, and I think that's one of the reasons why Ivan Tony won out, because he's already made his bag. He already stayed long enough to get it tax free. And he's like, if I'm not going to be making the bag, I might as well go back to Europe and play at the highest level of football. Because his spot is not guaranteed in the World Cup squad either. Because he knows he is second fiddle to Harry Kane anyway. So he is looking to the 28 euros and beyond. Big up to Mr. Pads. 24 locked in. Big up to one. Big up to all. Smash the like as you enter the stream. Nice and decent people. Big up BBK supporting the Knicks, and Arsenal should become with some kind of humanitarian award to end such pain. Let me go ahead and throw the New York Giants in there. I support the Giants as well, my brother. And even though we won the Super Bowl in 2008 and 2012, it has been nothing short of pain since. Pain. A wicked piece of pancake, my bro. But yeah, the Knicks. New York is a basketball town, isn't it? But I just don't think we have enough. We gave up way too many of our draft picks to get Mikal Bridges. Now we can't really get Giannis unless he signs for us as a free agent the next year, 2027. We did the same thing to get Bridges that we got Melo. We would have got him for free anyway, but we blew up our team just to get him. Man, bad management. Was thinking I was going to get my BBK fix for the weekend. Yeah, I'm sure the fact that you're 1-0 up after 30 seconds or whatever it was helps, don't it? But Liverpool are climbing up the table, y'all. Yep. And if Chelsea are in the title race, Liverpool are still in it, yeah? Now look at the table right now. Chelsea are 5 points behind Arsenal. They're on 28 points, 33. We are. So Liverpool are in it. No, they just showed the goal. I missed it. But Brighton moved the ball doing well here. Welbeck gonna score. Did Welbeck start? Danny started? Let me see. Nah, they started Rudder. Yeah, so Welbeck definitely scoring. Super sub Danny gonna come on and break Liverpool hearts today. Because it's still only a 1-goal margin. I don't think Everton got the bollocks to come back against a 2-0 deficit. But should they? I'm here for it. Liverpool were up 2-0 last week against Leeds, and that ended in tears. Gomez got injured, so Soboza at right back, Salah right wing. Been decent first half with a couple of worrying moments, but Brighton lucky not to get a red card at the end of the first half or a high foot. Wow, okay. Big up, man. I fear Arteta is trying to turn Calafiori into an attacking midfielder now. Oh, shit. I wish that he would give as the level of freedom that he gives Calafiori to run all over the damn place. You imagine Ezra with that level of freedom, with Saliba and Gabriel and Timber behind him. Now, I don't mind Calafiori stepping in and, doing all that stuff. But one of the reasons why he is suspended for today's game is because he does that too much. Because he picked up 3 yellow cards in the first 6-7 games, getting caught out. And the last 2 yellow cards for sure that he's gotten is because he got caught out. Got caught out of position and had to drag man back. Still breaking up counter-attacking against Reece James and I think it was Matty Cash and them, man. So I don't mind him stepping in because he actually can strike the ball well and all that stuff. But I want my creative midfielders with that level of freedom to roam all over the park and pick up those spaces. Right? Because when Eze is on the pitch, right? Villa, Tottenham, all the teams that he is up against are going to try to limit him. Right? So if the teams are trying to limit him, and then the manager is putting restrictions on him, now he's playing with 2 layers of limits. Man, he's being man-marked and he's restricted to a certain part of the field. So he looks non-existent. Let him roam all over the pitch if he's being man-marked. Then he can drag people out of position. This guy forget that he's supposed to pick this guy up, get him caught out. Tony should be denied re-entry. Anyone know how Netflix has chosen Commanders versus Cowboys as the game? You know what? The Cowboys are the biggest attraction in the NFL. They could be the shittest. They could be 1-16. They are America's. That damn Jerry Jones knows how to put on a show, right? And I'm pretty sure that it's being played in Dallas, the $1 billion playpen in Arlington, AT&T Stadium. It's a wicked stadium, but yeah, it's them. They have the loudest fan base. They're like us. Every single year, it's our year. It's our year, and it's been talk about us in a 20-year drought. They were in a 32-year drought this year. Another problem is Blunderman are faithful. The Blunderman faithful are now criticizing him that they want Blunderman out, but they are investing in the fan base with negative positivity. Crafty. I'm glad you clocked onto that as well. BBK, ironically, Thibodeau was under a lot of criticism because he played the starters 40 minutes every game. Yep. We would be leading a team. It'd be the fourth quarter. We're up by 25 points. It's 2 minutes left, and Jalen Brunson is still on the floor. I'm like, Tibbs, what are you doing, bro? And then the playoffs comes, and you can tell that, bro, it's gassed. I have nothing left in the tank. Danny is better footballer than Salah. Welbeck. Is that the league undertake? That was the league undertake. Was that on Straight Facts with Terry Flores? I've seen clips of that, but I didn't catch the live show. But you know what? I don't believe clips, because clips, sometimes people can I have enough content out there now where someone could literally clip me up and say shit that I didn't say. You know, everything. I have no balls against Chelsea. I hope they prove me wrong. Nah, they're dead in the water, Static. Dead. Big up to Social Joins. What you telling me, bro? What you got for me? I'm asking today, why is it that we have turned into the strikers' graveyard? The striker graveyard that Chelsea, we used to laugh at Chelsea for years ago. That's where strikers go to die. We have become that. We have become stagnant FC for attacking players. And I'm just asking the question, why do we think that is? Who or what is the common denominator? Because we seen Aubameyang before Arteta, Golden Boot winner. Arteta comes, he wins the FA Cup, but he was on the downward trajectory to the point where we got rid of him. He went to Barcelona, scores enough goals that Barcelona can get money from him to send him to Chelsea. And now he's at Marseille scoring goals for fun. So the before and the after, the lull was with us. And then the ones that we have in our books now, I think we can safely assume right now, in match week 15, that we have a big enough sample size that we can say no one in this Arsenal team will hit 20 goals this season, 20 Premier League goals. If anyone thinks anyone who in the Arsenal team is going to hit 20 Premier League goals this season, let me know who you think it is. True, Calafiori is very good for attacking, but he gets himself badly exposed defensively too much, especially when Gabriel is not on the pitch. He can do that when Gabriel is our left side the center back, because Gabriel is used to Zinchenko being there / not being there, or being there but not being defensively aware, over their sleep, or in the midfield out of position as well. Skelly, not really a left back, gets exposed and gets caught out a lot too. Now, to be fair to Calafiori, when he has stayed in his position this year, when he went to Anfield, he kept Mo Salah quiet. He has some good defensive performances. Even when Skelly was getting cooked versus Bayern, he came on and shored up the game. So when he stays in his damn position, he has actually done well this year. And there were people who wanted him sold last year, and I was like, no, I want to give him one more year. The jury is still out on him. He was injured last year, in and out of the squad. This year is the year that I will make my decision on whether Calafiori is Arsenal quality player. And so far, he has proven me that he does. Except for the damn yellows getting caught out. Big up to Mr. Pads. Would you like Jesus on the left, Gyökeres up top, and Madueke on the right versus Wolves? I would prefer Martinelli on the left to start this game, because he's highly confident right now and based on merit. But I would start Madueke on the right. Yep. Saka, sit down. Rest. We need you later on when Lonnie needs a rest or gets his form dips a little bit. You can come on. You will play today, but you won't start. But I will start with Martinelli and Nani, then bring on Jesus and Saka. But I'm keeping Yak on the pitch for 90 minutes, even if he's on 2 goals. If left mid was still a thing in modern football, I'm sure that's where Calafiori would be coached into. All over, man. He runs. Hey, big up Static, man. Sorry, I'm just getting to this, man. But yeah, appreciate you checking in. And appreciate you adding to the football conversation as you always do. Honors and respect the Static, people. That's happening at Chelsea for strikers. Yeah, but it seems like Arteta has envied the graveyard that is Chelsea for strikers and wants to throw his name in the pot. Like, what's going on, brother? What's your thoughts on the former Blunderman putting it up, their Blunderman out? Personally, that's not someone I would trust. That's like changing the club that you support. I don't know. I have to know who it is. But there are people there. They should be allowed to change their minds from in to out. I don't know why it's taking this long. I don't know what they were waiting on. I mean, are they waiting on the damn house to be completely engulfed? We see that the kitchen is on fire. You know, we don't have to wait until he takes us down to mid-table to pull the plug on him, because Real Madrid are not going to do that. Real Madrid are 4 points behind. They're 4 points behind Barcelona right now, right? In La Liga. And I do believe if they lose, if Real Madrid loses today, or they play tomorrow, if they lose to Deportivo, Barcelona wins versus Osasuna, he's out of there. BBK, do you think we will have 2 or more players that will hit double-digit goals this season to win the league? We've got several players on 4 goals, but none with more. Nope. 2 or more that will hit double-digits Premier League goals this season. Yeah, I do. I think we'll hit Premier League goals. But the question I asked before I saw this comment was, if we think anyone in this squad is going to hit 20 league goals a season, nope. I think Eze might get to 10, and Saka. That's it. Eze's on 4. 3 of those came in 1 game. But that's a shame that I'm even saying that, right? When we have Gyökeres in the team. But sadly enough, if Gyökeres doesn't get the double-digit goals, there's no way we're winning the league. Madueke to get another hat-trick versus Wolves tonight. And he is that type of player, isn't it? Because I remember he did it against Wolves last year for Chelsea. But for the rest of the season, nothing. The coach has no attacking schemes, but he's good at his positional play and keeping the ball. As a striker breaks that system, the coach rather play a 4-6 because he can control the pace. But the thing is, I've seen Germany play a 4-6 in the 2014 World Cup when they didn't have like an out-and-out striker. So that 4-6 system can be very attacking, because they did beat Brazil like 7-0 with it. You know, they didn't even take Leroy Sané to that World Cup, not winger. They just had guys who were very technical, very good on the ball. Madueke deserves a start today. Let the lad have a go, says Mr. Paz. If he starts over Saka, if he starts Saka over him, that's awful coaching. Yeah, it is. I don't want to see Saka start today. If it's on merit, and Madueke is on form. So yeah, start him and start Martinelli. There is nothing Madueke don't think he can do right now. The confidence on that boy, you know. Madueke just went out with the fellas, went out to a nightclub, went out to a bar, and he pulled the baddest thing in there. He went in there and walked out with the 10 out of 10, the dime piece. Now he's walking into a club with a bunch of 7s. So he's confident that he can walk out of there with anything. You know, but if he's not allowed in the club, that's going to kill his confidence. Start him. Because he's fit and fresh, right? He didn't even play a full 90 versus who we playing the champs against Club Brugge. He came off in what, the 70-something? He played 70 minutes. So yeah, he has minutes in him. Give him 70 minutes today. Yeah. You give Wolves 70 minutes to him and Martinelli on the left. And then in the 70th minute, when it's 2-0, and it should be 2-0 minimum by the 70th minute, you bring on Saka and you bring on Jesus and you keep Gyökeres on the pitch. I don't care if he scored 4 goals already, you keep him on the pitch today. Let him bang. Let him run up the score. We need it. The ITK accounts on Twitter are saying Saliba is fit and will be a part of the squad. Imagine rushing back one of your best defenders to play against a team that has 2 points in 15 games. Now, if he's fit, if he's well and fit, great. But we know the PTSD from these lot, they tell us about injuries. This guy is fit or this guy is close. Remember, Tamayasu was close. Remember, for like the entire part of a season, Partey was close to coming back. Even Saliba, when he injured his back versus Sporting Lisbon, he was close to coming back. We're assessing him every day. He didn't play for the rest of the year. We had to go to the Etihad with Rob Holding. He did not play. Everton are getting overran in this fucking game. I might have to put it on the Liverpool game. Excuse me 1 second, people. Because Everton has completely given up. So at least I can see some football in the Brighton game. Still a 1-0 margin. See what these men got. But 20 goals a season for anyone in our squad would be great, but it's so far-fetched. But Gyökeres has 4. You let him bang a couple today. Get closer to double digits. He might have a shot. Is it me or Arsenal best attackers or defenders? Our strikers seem to defend. First confusion reigns. I mean, attacking goalkeepers and defensive strikers, someone said. The whole team is inverted. Germany had generational players at their peak. Facts. Ozil, Cruz, Sammy, Mueller, Lam, Neuer, peak players. We have never had all those conditions. Fair point. BBK, Drewsbury Hall picked up a muscle injury. Looks like it was a hamstring. Got hooked early against Chelsea. That would have been big for them. He'll be back next week. He'll be back next week. They get all the breaks. Just like Emi Martinez was injured for the Villa game before us. He was fit. Fit when Arsenal come into town. City will get Palace at the back of a Europa League game. They won the game comfortably still. Palace did. 3-0. So they shouldn't be exhausted. Even though I got City winning that game, I'm hoping that Palace can give us a game. Now, for the Chelsea game, I went a 2-2 for that one. Still on, by the way. Had Liverpool beating Brighton 3-2. I got us winning 2-0. Got City beating Palace 2-1. I got Forest beating the Spud. I got Sunderland upset the Geordie Dread later. I think Villa gets past Newcastle. And I got Bournemouth making Old Trafford. Making the Old Trafford faithful cry again. There's no need to play Saliba. What are we doing? None whatsoever. They got 2 points. According to Opta, they're on track for 9 points this season. So consider them relegated. 2 points, And Tottenham gave them one. I don't even know who the other shit team is that drew with them. But if this game is at 0-0 at halftime, I'm going to be pissed off. Because they're going to play in a low block, And we do know that low blocks give us problems. And our set-piece maestro, Gabriel, is not on today. So we can expect to see... we might even see Mikel Merino start this game, Because with no Gabriel, he's probably the next best one to get on the end of Declan Rice set pieces. And if Merino is starting to be on the end of set pieces, you know who else he's going to start? Saka. Saka is the guy that draws the fouls for the set pieces that are in corners. We set up like an NFL team front line, just there to tackle and take up space. All the players are from the D-lines. Yeah, so we don't have midfielders. We got middle linebackers, outside linebackers, free safety, strong safety, cornerbacks. Yeah, Palace won't win, unfortunately. I'll take a draw, but I do agree that City beat them 2-1. I think I went 2-1, yeah? 2-1 City? Yeah, 2-1. We have to rush everyone back. The lack of rotation ensures that difference between first 11 players and their replacement takes 3 games minimum to get up to speed, i.e. not match fit, match sharp. Yeah. Even though I enjoyed Ethan being on the pitch versus Club Brugge, you can tell he wasn't match sharp. Yeah. Because he got one there. A match sharp Ethan bends that into the top corner like he did against Ederson last year at the Emirates. But this one, he was a tame shot on the ground. Shit, I could have saved that. The best say. Brighton should have scored there. I saw that Wolves have 8 straight league games and haven't won in their last 19. They look worse than they're poor. Because they were on Monday night, Monday afternoon, my time, I actually sat down and I had a chance to watch that. And they are so poor. They couldn't even get back into shape. They're so disjointed. Bruno is having a field day out there. Marino is starting. We will see. That's always in that midfield. So let me just have a glance of what FootMob has projected. And I was scheduled to be on the Rashid Level-Headed Arsenal Fan TV. We usually do a build-up to the game and the lineup, but he canceled that show this morning, so I'll have a look myself. I don't think I'll stay on while that's on, because that game doesn't come on until 12 for me. But projected lineup, people. Projected lineup, as FootMob has it. Let me share my screen. Share screen. FootMob has Madueke, left wing, Saka, right wing, Eze in the 10 behind Gyökeres. Behind him, he has Declan Rice and Norgard. Obviously, Skelly will start at left back next to him in Capier. And he has Timber and Benjamin White as the right back and right center back. I would actually want those flipped. Actually prefer Benjamin White as center back and play Timber where he is best. Timber is the best right back in the league. Why are you moving him? Just keep him. Just plug the hole. Saliba is the one that's missing, so put Benjamin White there. Ben White plays more center back than Timber has in this league. So just play Ben White there and keep Timber in his best position. Like, what are we doing? I hate when Arteta does that shit. Oops. Dang, there we go. Ironically, our longest active win streak is against Wolves too, and we have to keep that going. Anything other than a beating today? Mo Salah on the break, he passes it to Ekatike, and he tries the Thierry Henry curler, sends it high. Burnley, Fulham, yeah, the scheduling, scheduling is mad. I don't know why they decided, hey, Arsenal, 8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. Because the game would be ending around 10 o'clock. Be a lot of empty seats in the Emirates, because that man do not stay for games end. I've been seeing a 1-0 game. The game is actually close. And people are leaving the stadium in the 80th minute. Those fuckers. They're the same ones who stand up and sing Super Mick on Super Sunday, Fergie, Wenger, Pep have shown rotation is key to winning the Premier League. So Thunderman, in his genius, had decided to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. Yep. So I've said a couple of streams ago. Oh, Salah had a good shot there. I said a couple of streams ago, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, the manager, whoever that is, that gets their rotation schemes right, their rotation packages, or does the better job at it, wins this league. And that always seems to be Pep for some reason, because I'm guarantee you, come April, May, no one will give a damn that Man City conceded 3 goals away at Fulham. All they will give a damn about is that they picked up 3 points at Fulham. That 5-4 won't matter. What's important in that game at that 5-4 that he took Nico Gonzalez out at the hour mark to rest him for Sunderland. You see how good they look versus Sunderland. See how fresh and sharp. Rotation. You were up 5-1 because had Pep not rotated, right? Had Pep not rotated and played Nico Gonzalez the entire game, and they win the game 5-1. Still, beautiful result, dominant performance, right? But then against Sunderland, he pulls up. You know what the criticism would have been? You were up 5-1 versus Fulham. Why didn't you rotate him? That's how footballing works, hindsight after the fact, everyone would have criticized him for him. You're complaining about injuries, but you were up 5-1 and you didn't rotate. Well, you were up 5-1 and he rotated and scored 3 goals. So get your rotation packages right. You have a better chance of winning this league. Ekatike with the bullet header unmarked. Yep, Brighton are about to get put to the sword. Today's fixtures poor, even in Europe. Yeah. One thing about La Liga, though, they never play Barcelona and Madrid on the same day. Only when they play each other, they play on the same day. So who plays today? I think it's Barcelona that plays today and tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow. Real Madrid plays. That was a bullet header still. Can't lie. Might as well go back to the Chelsea game. Is that 2-1? Nope, still 2-0. Fuck me. London transport is so small. People leave early. Yeah. Well, another thing, when I lived in Germany, every airport and every stadium has a subway system. Max Merl, even the Bundesliga too. They go to Max Merlan Stadium in Nuremberg from my house straight to the stadium. Very efficient. England being the home of football, you would have think they would re-engineer their damn systems to get people to the games. Mo better. Big up to G2. What you telling me, my guy? Hope you're good and well. The question of the day is, why are our attackers so stinky? Why are our strikers not striking under Mikel? 3 features in midfield again. Arteta doesn't learn. And you know what? If he does this today, that it will debunk all the fuckery that we were told versus Liverpool and against City with the top gooners. Oh, you're going up against a team like City. You need to shore up the midfield and be sound and this and that. Well, we don't need to do any of that shit versus Wolves. They have 2 points. There is nothing we need to do to adjust to anything they're doing. This should be a case of you pick your 11 and go sit down. You shouldn't be a damn instruction machine today from the sideline, Mikel. Pick the damn lineup and go sit. There's no need. They have 2 points, 15 games. My God, historically bad. These men could be relegated by January. What's the earliest a team has ever been relegated? I might have to chat GPT that. Trains are there. Capacity is just small. Okay. I'll tell you what. And I used to go to the damn games. Be like hot dog to bun on them fucking trains for real. Did you only serve in Germany when it comes to countries outside the US? Nah, I lived in Japan for a while as well. Japan, and actually the amount of time that I spent in Afghanistan, I can claim residency there. But yeah, garrison, Germany. But I was in Germany from 2020 to 2023 as a senior maintenance officer. My best assignment. I love that. I love the access that it gave me to the rest of Europe and their footballing culture, and I was able to play. I remember Hull City being bottom of the league in terrible form, and they come up to the Emirates. I'm expecting nothing else to win. So I said last night that this is not one of them games where I'm saying, 1-0 off someone is no. We need 3 points and we need a good performance today. If we can't perform against this bunch at home, I don't know when we can. Favorite place? Favorite place to serve, or the favorite place I visited when I was in Germany? My favorite cities in Europe: Malta, St. Julian's, Budapest, and Munich. I love Munich. That city is just. I see why Michael chose to go play football there. I heard that Afghani for Pilaf is very good. Yeah, man. We used to in the very early stages of the war, winning the hearts and the minds of the people, we'd have to, we'd go sit down and eat with them and, build that trust. Because we needed them as much as they needed protection from us. So yeah, they have the pita bread. They have a lot of goats. We used to cook a lot of outdoor cooking on like wood fires and shit like that, just like early stages of Jamaican life in the country. But yeah, man, big up for that. 2-0 Liverpool. My predictions are going out the window. Ekitike having a field day in FPL. FPL, how y'all looking, man? FPL is dead right now, Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I got 2 damn points. Grealish. It's a bad look. A bad weekend. Now, I'm sitting here saying that Gyökeres needs to stay on the pitch for 90 minutes so he can bang, right? And then you replace the wingers. You start Nani, you start Martinelli, you keep Gyökeres on the pitch. He scores a goal or two, then you replace the wingers, you replace the creativity, and then you bring them on. And you tell them, you tell Jesus, you tell Saka, you are going on the pitch to create for Gyökeres. Right, so Saka, enough of that cutting in and shooting. Right, and is in there. Oh, goddamn, this fucking Allison, man. You freshen up the wingers, and then you keep. I don't know. I guess you can take off Eze and freshen up the creativity, and you can bring in Odegaard or Ethan. But I wouldn't mind Odegaard getting a full rest today. Right, start Eze, and then you bring on Ethan. This is a good match to get your players that are not in form. Eze is a moments player, like everyone says, has a big moment in him. That's why I was disappointed when he came off against Villa. Because the thing with moments players, right? You already know that I'm a football, NFL, NBA, all the sports. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry could be 1 of 25. He could miss 24 shots in a row. But if Draymond Green or Jimmy Butler and all these other guys just happen to score points, keep them in the game, and then late in the fourth quarter, a shot needs to be made. And they're in the game. They're 2 points down or 1 point behind. Steph Curry is on the court. Steve Curry is not going to be stupid and be like, oh, Steph is having an off night. No. He is the moments guy. He's the best shooter ever. He's going to be on the pitch, on the court. I wanted Eze on the damn pitch versus Villa. But when that moment arrived for him to do some silky, neat footwork stuff, available to be there to do it. Big up the assembled. 19 likes. We got to 20. How far away are we from 20? Odegaard 6. No guard 6. Odegaard 8. Eze 10. Give Rice a rest. Yeah. Rice is projected to start, and I think he will start. I think Rice starts in the 8 today. And Eze in the 10. 100% needs better service. I see him on here though. If he deletes him in the chat, I do see him in the StreamYard studio. I'd rather see Ethan. I can't lie. Ethan needs to. If he can't get to run out against this bunch, then you know what's gonna happen. January is just around the corner, people. Today is what, the 13th? Yeah. So in 3 weeks' time, in 18 days, transfer window opens up. And we're gonna hear those rumors and distractions. I just hope he don't go do an interview or something and then piss Mikael off more. Is Saliba fit to the night? He shouldn't be. He shouldn't play. We have 4 more games in December, or 5. We've got a lot more games to play. He's not fit. We have enough PTSD and evidence of this club, this manager, rushing players back. We don't want more of that. You know, Arteta won't play 210s. I love this comment, DG2, because Arteta won't play 210s. Gyökeres is best with 210s. Gyökeres needs it. Arteta doesn't do it. One of the reasons why he didn't want him. Right? But in a game like this, okay, you play Declan or you play Zubimendi or Norgard. You have options there. Show us that you can coach, my brother. Come on, Mikel. Show off your coaching skills. This is when you make your money. Big coach so that you can adjust and adapt. And what Hall of Fame coach, what big name coach we know just play one way, one system? Not good. Is that the benching Gyökeres to rest him so he picked up a muscular injury? He has to play today, man. Gyökeres has to play. And he needs to be played into form. Because if he plays today and he plays into form, happy us. We have an informed striker. If he plays today and he's sabotaged and doesn't play well, all of a sudden, Arteta is justified when he benches him for Kai Havertz or Jesus. Since Jesus came on was so great against Club Brugge. Keeping up with the chat, just a habit when I developed the first watch. Oh, I'm talking about just leave them, man. Just leave them. No one will get onto you. Okay. Got you, man. What do you think when you think about this team? Would you like it today? Ryan Nichols, Salmon, White, Skelly, Norgard, Eze, Ethan, Madueke, Jesus left, Gyökeres. I'm not comfortable with Jesus starting. I'm not gonna lie. When you start Gabriel Jesus in the Premier League match, 3 days removed from another match, you are wasting a substitution window. You're gonna have to take him off. So we'll start with Nani, Martinelli, and let Jesus and Saka come on. Eze, Norgard, Skelly. No. Eze, Norgard, Eze, Wanyeri. Yep, I'm calm with that. Norgard sits where he's most comfortable. Raya, Nichols, Salmon. No, so I'd go Skelly, White, Salmon, Timber. I'm not starting two kids. Yaki is being eased back in, but want him to play a full 90 tonight. He needs to get informed. Yeah, he must. He has no coaching skills. Imagine being paid more than 19 managers in the Premier League and can't make adjustments with the big squad that you've been committed to building. He's one-dimensional, no plan B or plan C. That's the problem. Plan B, make plan A better. Marino plays CD because he covers the midfield. Will Kepa get a game? Not today. Kepa gets a game next month, FA Cup, and against Palace on the 23rd. Norgard is better than Marino in midfield, especially in the 6. Marino tries to get there, doesn't he? He tries to cover ground, but he is so slow. Remember, the Brugge is a shit team from the Belgian league, and Jesus still couldn't score. He's not going to look any better in the Prem. Wolves are not. So the Club Brugge tax, the Belgian tax, there is tax there. So, I guess we could add the Martinelli tax and the Nani tax. But we have seen Nani be able to get by his man many times. It's always the end product that we criticize him for, and on Wednesday he found it. He found the end product. So let's just hope he can carry that on. Martinelli can carry that on. But yeah, they're 31st. They're shit. They're 31st out of 36 teams. Yeah, they're in there. They're not that. Mo Salah here, 1-on-1. Oh, would have been 3-0. What about Trossard, the substitute who gets substituted? No, so the assembled when we were Jason Guna TV was he had said that it was on a minute restrictions, which was a thing. But I think he picked up a knock as well when he I think he was a planned sub for him to come back off. But I don't think Trossard will touch pitch today at all. Uh, this is a have to win. I have to win comfortably, or heads will be, panic stations. Everyone, I don't expect Trossard to be nowhere near the pitch today. But yeah. If anyone likes, bosh. I can dig it. But no 20 goal a season scorer in this team to the point where we have to lower it down and say anyone going to make double digits. That is crazy, when you're talking about Arsenal Football Club. Like, how are we meant not to be amongst the best attacks in Europe? Marino is running full speed, is jogging mode. It's like he's carrying someone else's bag. Yeah, he runs with jeans on, man. He tried. If you go back, you look at the goal we conceded versus Sunderland. He was trying to get there. He just couldn't. He was late. He was a day late and $1 short, and couldn't get there. Oh, yeah. Why would not playing Trossard and the minute restrictions done in training? Yeah, but he did it. He did it. And he somehow believes he did the right thing because Trossard scored. He was ready to glaze Trossard and say all this stuff about Trossard. Help us get a result, help us get a point. But when the point went, once the point went, that argument went away. Since 23 season, our tax numbers have gone down year on year. It's no shock players don't reach double digits. That is there. Just saw a video of Trossard traveling with the team, BBK, to be honest. I even think someone like Marino is due a rest. Quality aside, he could do with a rest. Yeah, he shouldn't play today. That's why I was saying earlier, Gyökeres, full 90 for him. I don't care if he's on a hattie or if he's on 4 goals, we keep him on the pitch. You replace Saka. Whichever 2 wingers start, you replace them. So if he starts Madueke and Martinelli, which I think he should, okay, you play him 65, 70 minutes, and then you take him off, you bring on Saka and Jesus. You take off Eze. If you start Eze, you bring on Ethan. I'd like to see you start both Ethan and motherfucking Eze with Norgard sitting. Yeah, and then Eze shows Odegaard. This is how you set up Gyökeres to score. Shows him. And then even if he brings off Eze and brings on Odegaard, Odegaard goes out there and do one better and give an assist as well. Our attacking numbers are dropped because the manager cannot coach attacking football. Dip. It's a legitimate question. And I'm not expecting a press conference from him to come out and answer it. I'm expecting him to answer it with his play. Show the world that you can play football. Show that you can coach. Just the type of game that fits Waneri perfectly. Wolves leave so much space in behind that he could exploit. Yeah. When Leeds came to the Emirates, when Leeds and Forest came to the Emirates, the games that Odegaard got hurt in and Ethan came on, the game got lively when Ethan came on. That's the thing. Raya, Nichols, White, Hincapie, MLS, Norgard, Odegaard, Eze, Saka, Yuck, Madueke. Now, listen, all these lineups that are thrown out there wins us 3 points. Absolutely. But I don't think he's going to play the kid, Nichols. I mean, he's an actual right back, and he didn't come on against Club Brugge, who we all agree that was shit. So I think Timber starts. I think White starts. And Capia starts, and MLS starts. Norgard should get a start in midfield. Eze Odegaard, Saka Madueke are protected to start. And then you take them off and you bring on Jesus and you bring on Martinelli on the wings, but leave Gyökeres on. Stop taking them off, bruv. In my opinion, at the end of the season, we hopefully won trophies and the debacle will be over for this season. We definitely need Saliba for the Everton game. Rest Saliba today. 100. Odegaard should be dropping deep in his natural position in the 10. He needs to slow the game down. And when we get to the other half of the pitch, we need someone who can speed the game up. Eze. We'd be better off having, otherwise Mikhail will come run around and steal your children's toys. Big up to Doc, man. Big up to Doc. What you telling me? What you telling me, Doc? You good, yeah? I don't know if Trossard, Saliba, and Rice are fit for the match tonight. Don't want to see either of them. I think Rice starts though. But I don't want to see Trossard or Saliba. He's an actual right back, yeah. And there was time for him to come on against Fluke, and he didn't bring him on. I would rest in Cafia today because of the fact that he's one of the few players we currently have fit and could play center back. From Paris with Love. It's such a sick movie. That's what you're watching right now. Oh my days, you man are on stroke, you know. While we still going with Big Rest to start, bench his bummy ass. Now he needs to start today and he needs to play full 90. Right. I don't even mind if Mikhail sits him down and say, look, motherfucker, I'm playing you a full 90 today with the worst team in the league. I'm going to start you with this wing package of Madueke and Martinelli. And at 70 minutes, when the defenders are tired, I'm going to leave you on the pitch and I'm going to bring on a fresh new wing package. I'm going to give you the 2 10s. I'm going to change out the 10s to keep everything fresh for you. And if you do not bang today, bench. I don't even mind if he does that. Everything's still at 2-0, Wahaha. What are we looking at? Yep, 2-0 across the board. Live on IT1 TV. The ticket prices are ridiculous, man. I don't know. I'm going to some of these games other than the Reggae Boys, if they qualify. I don't know. Dead food. Sheldon says, I don't understand why we just don't hire an attacking coach. No, we've said this. See, listen. This is why I said this chat is go-to. You know, we talked about this. Mikel is the head coach or the defensive coordinator. He needs an offensive coordinator. We have set piece coaches. Yeah, get an attacking coach. But I don't think Mikel, you don't want that, man. You don't want to see attacking football. Mikel Arteta don't want to win games 4-2, 3-2, 5-4. That's too open for him. There's too much antics on the sideline. That's not good for his pressure. He would take a 1-0 over a 5-4 any day. Because 1-0 shows control. You know, he likes to come on a press conference and says the word dominate, or we dominated. 5-4, you can't see you dominated shit. You know, it was a back and forth game. A 1-0, you can run that agenda. The team already speak. Well, we don't ask to him. Jesus come back, 30 minutes, 3 shots on target. Fuck the brick. Have you heard about the price of tickets for the World Cup? Right? I've heard them. I've seen them. Right up the road, like Lumen Field. They're here in Seattle. Because I'm on their list of stuff. Because they have all kind of events there in Seattle. Ticketmaster, StubHub sends you notification. Hey, this is coming to you. Event near you. And they're showing some of them. And these are dead games, dead rubber games. And the prices, I'm like, either these stadiums are going to be empty or people are going to be taking out more debt on top of the debt that they have to watch these shit games. I am not doing any of this. Didn't score. Jesus is the fucking brick. He's a miss merchant. It's a put it wide, put it over the Yeah, I want to see Gyökeres with those 3 chances that Jesus has. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. Uh, bro, how tickets can start at 300? Yeah, for group matches, and these aren't premium seats, box seats. Can't start there. I think the cheapest ticket I've seen was $168. Yeah, cheapest one. EBK, if Jamaica qualify, will be cheering for USA and Haiti. I saw a lot of Jamaicans say they would cheer for Haiti. Yeah, my allegiance at national level is only with the Reggae Boys, not USA. It's just the Reggae Boys. I don't want to see no more of your flop, bro. I want to see 90 minutes of Yuck today. What you gonna say when he scores a hat trick today, or when he bangs? You're gonna say it's just Wolves. That's what we're gonna run. Oh, it's just Wolves. Because if he doesn't score against Wolves, it's gonna be you can't even score against Wolves. 90 minutes of him today. Good. Listen, people. Kai Havertz played 37 Premier League games in 23-24, 37, and scored 13 goals. That's not a bad boy record. It's not. Gyökeres has 4 in 10 starts. It's right on par. So we gave Havertz all this grace and all this time. He will come good. He will do all this. He will do all that. Even gave him a charity pen to get him off the mark away at Bournemouth when we were 3-0 up. I'd say the stadium will be half full. See? But the thing is, FIFA, they're very smart with it. What they will do is, if the stadiums are half full, what they will do is they will reallocate the seats for the camera angles and make it look full. But then I'm sure, people in the stadiums will have, their phones out on TikToks to give people the real deal of what the hell is going on. But there is no way that people, everyday people, especially from some of these countries that will fly, who are paying an arm and a leg to get here, and they're going to fill up those. Now, people would rather go to the pub down the street, tailgate outside of the stadium. But man, that's ridiculous, man. Yeah. Man, he's already given up on Yuck. Norgard played his 9th game at center back on Wednesday. Yeah. Which city in the USA are you in? How cold is it to the other city? I'm in Seattle. Doesn't get terribly cold here. Hardly ever snows. Gets cold, but not like New York and the East Coast cities like Chicago's and them. New York, Chicago, those are the places that get really, really cold. Boston, not here. Everest misses chances after chances, but guess what? He gets in the spaces to miss them. Gyökeres spent 90 minutes doing what? Doing WWE shit. Give him a full 90 today against Bulls. He guarantees he scores. He has to score today. I don't want him to feel the pressure. It's not Gyökeres FC. Let's get the win today, lad, says Mateo. Big up. Come on, you Gunners. Big up, man. FIFA realized real quick the USA is a different beast. The stadium owners are having it. Fuck you, pay me land. Yep. Got 37. He got a full season and ready to throw the book at Yuck in 10 games, in 10 starts. Stats will say different, Sheldon. The team plays better with Yuck starting as he earned more points in the starting 11 with him and not. So the thing is, even the Nani Madueke kick goal versus Club Brugge, yeah? The fact that Nani was wide open, damn near in the goal, is because both center backs went with Gyökeres. When Gyökeres made a movement towards the ball, both center backs went with him and completely left Nani at the far post. Right? In like NFL football, when the wide receiver, the primary target of the quarterback, goes, the the safety usually drifts towards the receiver, and that's why tight end is so wide open. And like Gronkowski was always wide open. Donnie Madueke was the tight end on that play. Let's be honest. You still expected Gyökeres to do much better than what he's doing. Completely agree. Despite knowing Arteta won't accommodate. Yeah, I completely agree with that. What I'm saying is, it's his responsibility. It's not his fault that the manager is not playing to his strength, but it's his responsibility to break out of the slump. He has to. It's completely up to him. If he has to do some more wrestling, take up better spaces, whatever it is. But the sooner he realizes that the hugs before Arteta gives him and all the shit that Arteta is saying in the media, brother, watch what he does. Don't listen to what he says. Watch how he sets up the team. And then you will understand that he really don't want you to bang in this team. Because if Gyökeres was banging him in, then Havertz don't get back into this team. And he wants Havertz back into this team. Suspended, MLS should be on the left. Yep. Wait, yeah, man. Getting there slowly. Big up. Make sure that you are liking and sharing the video as well. I'm quite happy Zubi is getting arrested today. One of them needs to be arrested. There's no reason that we play both of them. The man keep robbing you and you get him back in the house. Quick arrest started today and we don't get 3 starts. I'm digitally slapping. To be fair, center backs just follow Gyökeres all the time. Defenders do not follow Kai. As you would know, Kai can turn and make you run. Yeah, listen, I tell you what. The Gyökeres slander. Okay, let's say Gyökeres doesn't score today. Havertz comes back. Jesus comes back. The same people who's been crying for Havertz and crying for Jesus in 5 games are gonna say put Gyökeres back in. It's like Havertz and Jesus are unknown commodities, y'all. We know what these men are on. They're not good. They're not it. Gyökeres' presence of the club, just his mere presence, is proof these men are shit. Big up, Wahaha. It's true though. It's not Gyökeres FC. It's Arsenal FC. He deserves the pressure. Yeah, I agree. Your man. Salah scored, but this is low for offsides. Yeah. Right, the dead food out here. And we got him in what, 2 games? 3 games? After Wolves, they are our next home games. For him to be having Havertz numbers is damning, considering no one rates Havertz a bit. No. Give him 37 games the same way everyone gave 37 games to Havertz. Question is, why is the fan base waiting for Havertz to develop in the position but no pace for Gyökeres? Even though the team isn't playing to his strengths. Agenda. When Arteta came, he adjusted to what? To what there. Anybody coming in after that, he has to adjust. You're not good enough to rearrange around. But the thing with Gyökeres is, we knew what his profile was. We knew he wasn't. What we're seeing from him is exactly what we thought he was. Yeah, needs the ball played through so he can do damage. And until that starts to happen, we will continue to look this way. These men are crazy, you know. Because he's shit. That's why we're not passing to him. Nah. No. So if Gabriel Jesus gets the ball, hit the bar, kicks it over the bar, you know, put Gyökeres there and see if he does the same. Because I think you're a worse striker if you're getting chances and missing him than if you're not getting chances at all. Gabriel Jesus, his conversion rate is shocking. Shocking. I remember December of 2023 when we got put out the League Cup to West Ham. I have never seen a striker trying to get a ball on goal for trying to head the ball on goal and it goes out for a throw in. Until I see him start missing those chances that Jesus and Havertz be missing, I'm gonna keep my powder dry. Yeah, give him time, but right now at this moment, not good enough. Completely agree. I agree with that. Chelsea up to 4th. Champions of the world, Craig. Arteta started dumping Emery's players, especially the top striker that won him his only trophy. That's why they were in the thumbnail. I'm asking the question. The common denominator of why these strikers aren't striking under Mikel. Then BBK supposed to shouldn't have gotten them. But we've always said you needed a different profile of striker, no? Because Havertz is the link-up guy. Jesus is a link-up guy. Sesko is more of a link-up guy. And when we go up against teams, when the link-up guys aren't working, we've all to complain. We need a different profile type of striker. Now we have a different profile type of striker. Salah's been dog shit again. Yeah, I just looked up and saw that pass, that breakaway. That listen, against Brighton, you're gonna have those breakaways. And yeah, he heavy foot that pass. There's not even a comp of Gyökeres missing chances. You can't find a comp of Gyökeres taking a less than shots. Thanks. Name the fucking player, Emery player, bro. Yeah, it's his team, bro. He got rid of the only player now in the team. It's Martinelli and Saka. He got rid of all of Emery's goalkeepers. Yeah, this is his team, bro. Wahaha is never that. Wahaha is a heavy hater of the Arsenal. But they're passing to Havertz. You think they call him shit? Makes that right. Yeah, of the world, Craig. Champions of the world. 9 clean sheets so far. He picked up a clean sheet again today. Okay. So Raya is definitely starting then. Kepa, you're not getting the game today, bro, because, you know, Raya needs another clean sheet to go clear. Nah, bro. Social says Jesus and Kai revisionism is hilarious. There are 5 years of proof, but new man with 4 months is the bad one. I'm telling you, I guarantee you. Bring him back in. Let Kai Havertz turn into a mutant today and get fit. And you start him today in 5 games. Man, them are gonna be saying, bring back Gyökeres. So these men are shit. Shit. Couldn't win us the league. You know, Abba was that motherfucking man, bruv. We know it. No, Mikel won't allow this. He will not. Cannot. Big up Guna SC. As on respect. Appreciate you checking in. Vivi can I need advice. There's a girl I know. She's in the chat, but she has a boyfriend, but she tries to make me jealous. Isn't that weird as fuck? You what? There's a girl I know. I chat with her. She has a boyfriend. Why would she try to make you jealous? You have to like her for this to be jealous. It's too much fish in the sea for you to get jealous over a chick that has a man, bro. Let's go get a single chick, man. Don't give that any attention. None whatsoever. I think Kepa might start versus Portsmouth. He should. Kepa is our cup goalkeeper, man. Lego Head would not be stupid to play Ryan in that match. Kepa is our cup goalie. 100%. Banger if you can, but the only reason you would be jealous is because you like her. You say, but you chat to her. You chat with her. But, brother, don't get involved in that bullshit. Yeah, like Waha said, if you can slice, go ahead and slice. But yep, she cheat with you, she'll cheat on you. Yep. Back in the day, when soldiers would deploy and their wives would be back on base, Brother. Brother. It's just let's tell us straight up you want the cheeks. Ignore her, bro. Sometimes when you ignore chicks, is how you get their attention. They love attention. You don't give it to them because everyone is going to give it to them. Everyone is going to give them the attention. The one guys who doesn't give them attention, that's the one they'll go chase after. Just yeah. I don't want to complain the same shit every week. Change the fucking striker. Gyökeres is a bum. Harris is a bum. Jesus is a bum. Arteta is a bum. But right now, you have to pick the best of a bad bunch. But we've seen enough evidence to know that Havertz ain't it. That's why Gyökeres is here. And if all these strikers are bums, we have seen other managers sometimes get the best out of bums. So let's get rid of the bum manager to get the best out of the bum players. A fair chance is the best solution. It's about Arsenal and not Blunderman. It's nonsense system and the destruction of good players to make himself look like he's doing well while winning nothing. No one can tell me that all four of these strikers are just going to fall off a cliff like that. Can't. Aubameyang is still banging in goals. He banged everywhere but under Arteta. Gyökeres banged everywhere but under Arteta. Kyle won the Champions League at Chelsea, and they still couldn't wait to get rid of us. They knew he wasn't level. He is the common denominator. I put it in the title of the video. Yeah, that's just weird. Leave that shit alone. You don't need all that headache for some yams. No, bro. I mean, she tries to make me jealous, and it's provocative, but I don't care. I just find it weird. Yeah, but for her to try to make you jealous, she would have to think that you care. Is my point. Like my wife can make me jealous. If my wife walks outside and holds another guy's hand, that would make me jealous. Some random chick that I just know holds another person's hand won't make me jealous. So in her head, she must think you care. So unless you're giving her choosing signals to make her believe that you give a damn, she can't make you jealous. Yeah. I am back and bring Ekatike with me. 3 points, clean sheets. Hey, we got the monster and them. Yeah, and then the Arsenal game should be coming on now, brother. But the Premier League schedulers shit bet again with bullshit. Like these managers, these people get paid big money to make these shit schedules. Burnley and Fulham, Scott Parker, Marco Silva. Like seriously. Larson and Jimenez. As much as I fuck with Smith Rowe and them, man, I'm not gonna watch that. Yeah, bro. You don't want them headaches. You do not. Yeah. Banging in goals. Banging in La Liga. All right. Leaves Arsenal, go to Barcelona, bangs, raises his value, gets sold to Chelsea when we got rid of him for free. I don't get it. Oh, okay. So you're the work husband. You are the work husband, brother. Oh, my days. I mean, let us see you with someone better. That'll really piss her off. Friends on that. It's not a player issue. It's a coaching issue. Everyone at that level in the squad with Holding, Lakonga, etc. This team is stacked in quality. We don't have scrubs in the squad. I tell you, I say facts. When I'm not jealous, she's just not mine. The fog would be she brother thinking I care. He has a boyfriend. Yeah, let's allow that. Big up to Binks. Hope you are good, man. Manners and respect to you every time. The friend zone stuff trying to make her sad, man. But that's it's young people something, Young just I've been married for 20-something years, so I've been out of the game. I don't fuck with that type of stuff. Pick me something. Facts, BBK, but men been ignoring their feelings. They don't want to know when they are jealous. 100. Binks, what you telling us? Big up Wahaha, bigging up Binks. It's a feelings thing there. I'm not trying to bang her. You're not trying to, but you would. Like if she slipped and fell in your lap, you would, wouldn't you? Slap was already trying to ride. Slap was already right in dropping Salah. To be fair, he still got an assist though, which will piss off some rivals. So happy days. Tell you what, how Salah stayed at his FPL price is criminal. 14 million for that. Nah, I don't know what, man. You sound confused. What you want us to tell you? Yeah, just leave it alone, brother. That's it. You don't need any advice. Just leave that alone. You know, you have enough chaos in your life supporting Arsenal. You know, relationships aren't supposed to be chaotic. Personal relationships, professional relationships, they aren't supposed to be chaotic, contrary to popular belief. Some people like chaos. You know, we like order, structure. You don't want to be a fuckboy. You don't have to be. You can go through your fuckboy phase. You're young enough to do it. You can be a fuckboy, just not with her. Yeah. Rivals like Saeed gets pissed when Salah stat pads. You know that damn Saeed. You know he did a hate along thing. I'm sure he did some hate along business. Man, like Saeed. Or you just want to know, you have a catty interested? Hey, I don't know, man. There's every one of them stick a bush. I already deal with the chaos. Yeah, that's it, man. Just leave that be. Leave that be. Yeah, it shouldn't be on prime time. I know that shit. Should not be on prime time. But what we saying, people? Everyone thinking it's going to be a drubbing. I think it's going to be a 2-0. I think we score 2 goals and then just see out the game. I don't think it's going to be a battering like everyone think it should be, but I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be a Leeds at home 5-0 or Forest 3-0. Comfortable 2-0 in the end. This brings up to 6. I think at the moment certain LFC fans gonna have to get their head around that slot. Will most probably be here to stay till the end of the season. So you're back in the title race, yeah? You are back in the title race, monster, because you're on 26 points. If Chelsea are in the title race, you're in the title race. Okay? You're only 2 points behind the mighty Chelsea. Doc says 2-1. If we let these men score, if they score, we have to score 2 goals. If they score 1, we have to score 3. There's no way. A 1-0 margin. That means a jinky corner or someone slips and they could get a draw. 5-0, says Mateo. I don't think we'll score 5 goals, but we'll win the game 3-0, says Kwaja. I'm 40, I've been through all that shit. Dang who you Dang who you want to. All them something there. Monster says, I want to manifest a 2-1 for most. You know what, Monster? Don't do this shit. We're talking about versatile snaps either. You get for one of them there. We ain't doing that. Arteta, don't embarrass the scorelines. The boys got away with a 5-1 at City. Manchester United put a bunch past these men. We must. It's happened 6 times before in our position at game week 12. Won the league. You never know. Okay. Back in the race, he says. Be like the Club Brugge game. If the boys want to run up the score despite of the manager, I'm cool for it. If the manager just wants them to sit back and see out the 2-0 if we go up 2-0, And the boys on the pitch be like, nah, man, let's make a statement. Right? Need to get our goal difference up anyway. But Man United, with City being 2 points behind us, this game could very well, this season could very well come down to goal difference, right? And we're both tied on 19, so we have to do better. If Wolves already go to the Etihad, because I'm pretty sure if they haven't already, when they do go there, they're gonna get pumped. When Burnley go to the Etihad, goal difference settings. When West Ham and these teams, Leeds, so we must. It's a massive win or a nervous, disastrous draw or terrifying defeat. Massive win, disastrous draw or terrifying defeat. Sackable defeat. No one will be able to defend this shit. If I hear anyone try to defend a draw against Wolves at home, I would ban them from the channel. I'm not into banning, you know. I'm not into banning people or censorship, but come on now. What are we doing? We wouldn't let anyone else get away with that. So we're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to hold ourselves to the highest standard, yeah? I can't imagine that. Meltdown settings. The internet would love it still, for being honest. Arsenal Twitter would go into a complete meltdown, wouldn't they? Big up, people. Damn, almost an hour and 50 minutes already. Shit. Didn't plan to stay on here that long. 2-1 defeat with an Arsenal red. This guy here, man. That's fine stuff. This is, see the chest? You see the chest? That 3 points get you now. Big up, man. Big up to all of you, man. Mateo, appreciate you checking in late. Lunar C, Monster. Aaron Martin, big up your bum buckle itself. For the gun, we assembled. Every one of you, man. Social. Appreciate everyone contributing to the conversation this morning. Big up to the legend that is Godfrey popping in as right as we're about to pop out. Big up, Godfrey. 2-0 to the Arsenal is what I predicted today. And we move. I'm going to go get my day started and get back in time to check out the rest of the game. Big up, people. Love for love. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.